The Twin Cities, Minneapolis, is the scene for the Nets. An absolute magician with the ball in his hand. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Payday.
Thanks very much. Well,
that's a great story, D.A. Thanks. So the Nets starting five. We've got Mikal Bridges, and it's Claxton in at the center position. And for Minnesota, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the one spot. Tip-off goes to Brooklyn. And coming down the stretch here, Greg, a lot left to decide, especially for teams on the playoff bubble.
And Kevin, the play-in tournaments add another level of complexity. I'll say this, the league now has more teams fighting all the way to the end.
McDaniels dishes to Edwards. There's the triple. It's good from long range.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Now Johnson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Gobert finds Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too.
For Rudy Gobert, surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Out to the right wing. Here's McDaniels. From outside, off the mark. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Johnson. Here's Claxton. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. Claxton's got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. He's not there.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
On the wing, Bridges. Passes it to Claxton. 5 on the clock.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney-Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniel.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here.
He'll take those all day long.
Here's Claxton, and he dunks it down.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call it ladder climbing.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Bridges outside. Lets a floater go. That one doesn't go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Edwards passes to Conley. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Nets. Bridges outside. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motion.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged. which is surprising considering how close the game ended. Up being.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really so well.
It's Curry outside. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Up top, Edwards. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Rivers in for Noel. Towns for three. And another three for Minnesota.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Harris against Prince. Here's O'Neal. Good when Harris gets the assist.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Pass to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. With the teardrop, Edwards. That's good. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
How about 5 straight made from the field?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and one machine at this level.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, Edwards. With 1 on the clock, the shot no good. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
to get up and make some noise for the Minnesota.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Towns. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
One of the many skills that Towns brings every night is his offensive rebound.
Down low, here's Bridges. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Edwards, that's good.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
To the inside, Bridges takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Bridges got 6.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Edwards, that's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Bridges misses. Minnesota leading by 18. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson comes in for Towns. And it's Noel in for Edwards. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Harris. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Conley gets the bucket.
And a little contact on the shot, but Conley with the laser focus on the finish.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, that's you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here. And that one falls for Bridges. And in the NBA, Clark, one singular talent can transform a team, as we know. So if you could play with either a superstar scorer or a defensive player of the year title, which would it be?
I think I've got to go with the defender, Kevin, simply because there are a lot more guys that do scoring at a high level than do defending at a high level. And if you have an elite defensive player of the year kind of guy, he can make a huge impact on your championship chances.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Then for the Nets, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Royce O'Neal comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Dinwiddie. And here's Conley outside. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. 15-point game. To the paint, here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
The precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple years, assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Pass to Noel. Back to McDaniel. And that one is good. McDaniel's got his third bucket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Minnesota leading by 15. Outside Conley from past the arc. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid. Allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation.
The pass to Johnson. Shoots over McDaniel. The putback, and Simmons is right there.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
Noel passes to Conley. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
I'll tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding. Let him eat.
Here's Bridges. He's got 9. Misses the baby hook.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. Strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Curry looking around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the board.
11 seconds left in the first half. And here is Thomas. Can't hit the free throw line jump. And so it's Minnesota sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting is
54. The Nets, 33.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. It was all Anthony Edwards all the time in the first quarter. He ended up with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
First of all, where's the intensity on this? You think when a team is punking you like this, you at least try to put a stop to it. But nope, just keep giving up open.
And that should do it with the second.
Bulls fans, you know them.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. We've got Johnson, and it's Dinwiddie in at the one. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. On the wing, Johnson. A second chance effort. Minnesota with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far. Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And that's a thing of beauty. Certain plays, almost no words. You just sit back and appreciate. And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
Here's Gobert. Offline with his three.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Bridges outside. Finney-Smith. A three-pointer, no good. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. With options like the G League Ignite team, fewer players, Clark, feel they have to go to college. Would you have been tempted by those options?
I don't think I would have been personally, Kevin, but I do like the fact that there are other pathways to the NBA. College is not for everybody. I think it's one of the surest ways to develop as a person and your game, but it's not for everybody. So I like the fact that there are other pathways to get to the NBA. How about the strength of Edwards, confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And you look at Anthony Edwards, and G.A., he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
They need this. And there's a nice layup inside by Bridges. And it's 13 points for Mikal Bridges.
And for the night, Bridges is cooking with grease and showing no signs of slowing down.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For three, Edwards connects from three-point range. Edwards got 40 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
The Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Out to the right wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, good on the triple. Minnesota's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Towns dishes to Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Edwards got 43 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning. and have not stopped.
Here's Thomas. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Edwards. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got 45 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Bridges, no one around him. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. For 3, Edwards. No good. Shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Feeds to Gobert. Banked in off the glass.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Dinwiddie kicks to Thomas. On the wing, Bridges. Edwards defending. And that one, good. Bridges got 6 points in the quarter.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
That one falls.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Rudy Gobert.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Second team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw, and that's also changing it up. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Harris comes in for Bridges, and it's Seth Curry in for Dinwiddie. Minnesota's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Inside. Here's Towns. That's tipped. Conley against Curry. On the wing, Harris. Thomas against Rivers, and Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Timberwolves shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Conley, the pass to Rivers. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's Minnesota with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching him today. The scoring has been... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Naz Reid. Conley out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Rivers. And it's Noel in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. For 3, Harris. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And it's good on the way in.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Rivers finds Prince. Here's Noel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Passes it to Conley. For 3, drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Harris outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, Harris shows great competitiveness in answering the opponent's 3 with the payback 3 of his own.
And that one, good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
and a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Mills is checked in. Intercepted. Here's Sumner, defended by Anderson. Sumner's shot is off. Left side Prince makes it off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's O'Neal with the three. Rebound, Minnesota. Rivers has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sumner off target from three-point range. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Prince, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Boy, taking good high percentage looks that come naturally to him, you've got to love the shot selection of Prince.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. That's good from Harris on the assist by O'Neal.
Assist goes to
O'Neal's got his third assist on the night. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Noel, and that one is hammered home.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
On the wing, Harris, guarded by Prince, and slam dunk by Harris.
How about that? The flush from Harris. People forget this guy is 6'6", and he's got a little burst and bounce, too.
Minnesota calls timeout, and the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Moore against Harris. Moore with the block. Outside Edwards. From down in the low post, it goes. Edwards got 47 points. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Kept alive. Here's Gobert. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Love how well Gobert positions himself when shots go up. Committed to getting every board out there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Well, as we know, it's here to stay, but people continue to voice their opinion on the play-in tournament format. Where do you fall?
I like it, Kevin. I really do. It's creative. It's innovative. It adds a level of excitement, that do-or-die feel that you sometimes don't get unless it's a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. I really think it's a good add-on.
Here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And Simmons, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward. Winning in strong fashion. A relentless effort notches a W for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. Can you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game?
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And in the final game of this season series, they have to be happy earning the tiebreaker here, finishing up the year with a winning record of 2-1 against Brooklyn.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Here's Johnson. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
They get it again. This is to Anderson. Out to Edwards. Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Watanabe. And he banks in the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Edwards. A three ball. And another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courts. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.